Right. Come on. Any questions you have? Say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How do I stop worrying about what others think of me? This worry has prevented me from doing many things in my life. How do I overcome this?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All of us, we have gone through that. Your problem is not unique. Your problem is not so special that there is no answer, there's no understanding. And your problem, everyone has experienced it one way or another. Because you're asking me, and because I have experienced this, and because the Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying the best kind of knowledge is knowledge that you experience. I'm going to tell you what I experienced. How I came out of that. Especially when you're growing up, you don't know too many things. You want to find out, you want to have more knowledge, and everyone is telling you something. No one is leaving you alone. Even those who say we leave you alone, they don't leave you alone. You turn on the television, that sewer, the television, the dirty box. Everything in there is telling you what to do, how to live, how to feel, what to wear, what to eat, what to think. You go watch something, movie, same thing. You read anything, everything is telling you what to do. Everywhere you go. So you grow up and you're collecting these things, saying maybe if I take this kind of knowledge and I do, I'm going to be acceptable and respectable according to this group of people, according to this group, according to this group. After a while, you understand that I cannot please everyone. So you select which group that you want. When you are a teenager, the one that you select, usually your friends. You don't care about your parents too much, your grandparents. It's just your friends, your buddies. Majority, they stay that way. They don't go beyond that. Hazreti Ali Karamallahu Wajha is saying, the religion of a man is the religion of his friends. Whoever that you hang out with, that is your religion. Meaning whoever that you spend time with, that you find that they're important, that you're doing things for their sake, they're doing things for your sake. Their lifestyle is your lifestyle. It makes sense, of course. So you start finding people who are your friends, thinking that they're your friends. Now what happens? Very soon you discover that they're not like you. Very soon you're going to discover they don't really have your best interest at heart. Very soon you discover that they don't care so much for you. That most of them, they get there for the good times. That they're always there for something else. So are you. When do you stop then caring what other people start to think? When we realize what a lying dunya this is. How this dunya lies and cheats you. And the people who are running after this dunya, how they're lying and cheating you. Then you start looking towards Mawla. You start looking towards your Lord. Once you start looking towards your Lord, the Bani Israel, Quran Karim is saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when they are the enemy coming to them, when they have a problem to solve, they're asking Allah to send them a prophet. They're not asking Allah, they're asking Allah to send them a prophet. A leader, a guide. Because you can have 2 billion Muslims, but if there's no leader and there's no guide guiding the Ummah, you can be 7 billion, it's no good for nothing. 7 billion you can have with all the resources, with all the education, with all the technology, no good for nothing. You can have a handful of people, but because they believe in one leader, small group of people, 313 following one leader, fighting against 1,000, 313. They were not saying we're going to die for Allah. They fell in love with the Prophet ﷺ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent that Prophet to them. And they believe in the Holy Prophet ﷺ, bringing them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because of a leader. 313, Allah says, don't worry. I will support you. I will send the angels to you. How many angels were promised? 2 or 3? Yes, 1,000. Some came, the rest did not come. They're waiting for the Akhir Zaman, for the Marhamatul Kubra, that Allah will send those angels at that time to fight against the shaitans that are here. Because of a small group, following one leader, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, very easy then, the way opens. In Islam, it has always been the case. So I ask Allah to send me a guide. And I asked. And when I found my guide, that is the time when things started to shift. Things started to rearrange. It wasn't so confusing anymore. Things started to be put into order of importance. It's not everything is important. Then that time, the only person that I worry about is what my Shaykh thinks of me. Because what he thinks is what the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and what the Prophet ﷺ thinks is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is thinking. Then I say, who cares what the whole world thinks? I'm not doing this for my ego. I'm not doing this for dunya. This is not my desire, and this is definitely not coming from shaitan. I asked Allah, keep me on the straight path. Don't let me to deviate. Don't let me to be corrupted. It is Allah's mercy. It is not because I did so much or I asked so much. It's Allah's mercy that is sending. Then that's the time I stopped worrying about what other people think. I only worried about what He thinks. I only worry about what Allah is thinking. You cannot please everyone. If you do, you're a hypocrite anyway. We grew up thinking we have to please everyone. They say, okay, I don't want to be a hypocrite, but you end up pleasing the wrong crowd, the wrong people, not the right ones. Once I found that one, I held on to that. Then things started prioritizing. Your world gets more and more, you filter. You start filtering things. It gets more refined. It starts to get smaller in some ways and very huge in other ways. Then you start worrying about Mawla. You're not worrying about dunya. Now that's the time then I was able to overcome that. So the whole world may think I'm on the wrong way. Whole world may think this one is shaitan, or he is Dajjal, or he is all these things. Doesn't matter. They say that of Shaykh Efendi anyway. I don't care. What I care is what Allah cares. And how am I going to know that? He has sent me a guide. As long as I am trying to keep on the straight path, weak as I am, weak as all of us are, holding on tightly to that, inshallah Rahman, with the shafa'at of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, we'll be in safety, dunya and akhirat. your faith will start tasting. You start tasting your faith. You start tasting your life. You start tasting your life according to your faith. It's not separate anymore. You start understanding now how weak you are, how you need Allah's help. Before you just relying on your intelligence, relying on your energy, relying on yourself. Now you start understanding, I have to rely on Allah. I'm doing as much as I can, but please, Ya Rabbi. And it's a very nice feeling to be able to live your faith. Not just to believe, but to live it. Like I said, we are weak. We do so many wrong things. But you hold on to the right ones, inshallah Rahman. That'll be easier for us. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha.